Hey, don't like that? How you doing? Let's party. How's it going? Oh, are you really? Yeah, I'm about halfway through my project. Did you get the good paint like I told you? Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I have a fan on all the time. Air cleaner too. Hey, Shannon. Yeah, there's probably 20 people that call me Tommy. Old neighbors, couple adults I know. Yep, they do. Yep. Oh, good for you. Well, you'll be glad when you get it done. Hey, young Diesel. I was getting ready to go to bed. Hey, Linda. Had a good day doing my photography. So, if you were paying me to do photography, it'd be a lot better. When you're doing that infrared, you can't even really see the monitor. Honestly, I'm guessing. I can barely see the image on a sunny day. So I've done it enough to where I'm kind of in the ballpark. But like this group was kind of shot a little dark, but overexposed doesn't look good at all. So I kind of erred on the dark side. But if you like hired me, I'd go out there and I'd make sure I'd give you, 50 prints that you'd really like, but I'd be out there a hell of a lot longer. Nah, I go to bed and I dink around the internet and I saw a Max 4 little camper today a guy had. They're like 40 grand for a good one. They got a bathroom, a shower, a queen size bed, dinette. You ever seen one Max 4? I just don't know if I want to drag one around. And believe it or not, there's not that many places you can just pull over and sleep in a camper. They will be on your ass most everywhere, except like rest stops. Hey, Squirrely, how you doing? No, I'm not turning on the light on. Yeah, get the. I'm telling you, man, get the Sherwin-Williams. Don't mess around with that Bear or Lowe's or any of that bullshit. I can tell you why. When you go in there and talk to someone, you'll know why. Plus, they always got a discount going. And get the premium rollers and the premium brushes. Hey, Watson. Oh, no, Kim. What was I doing, Shirley? What was I doing in the dream? Oh, excellent paint. Yeah, it really is. It's like anything cheese, wine, paint, aged beef. Unless you grow up where you were introduced to it or find out accidentally, you don't know this shit. You just can't figure out why everybody's paying this money for paint until you've done enough painting and then you try the good stuff. I mean, they're not. I mean, when you've got independent freestanding buildings and 5 new trucks parked in the back to deliver paint all day, that speaks volumes. It's called a Max 4. I'd never seen one before. I didn't think they'd be that much, but it's all real hardwood, quality beds, refrigerator. Max 4. They're teardrop shaped. I never seen one before. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean this stuff's water based now. So, and I'll tell you another thing too. You probably know this already, but don't even fool around with cleaning rollers. It's not worth it. They're cheap enough. You can get the bonus pack. I clean the brushes, but I don't even mess with the rollers. You can get them for like $1.40 a piece or something when you buy the jumbo pack. It's not worth it. Plus, they wear out. Yeah, I never saw it before. I probably won't get it, but it sure kind of looks cool. I don't really like pulling a trailer. Yeah, I mean, I don't get the disposable ones. You clean them, but I'm telling you, man, especially when you're using good paint, It's not worth the time and bullshit to clean a roller. It is a brush, but it isn't a roller. Oh, good. Don't like that. Good. And I always buy a bunch of the extra little weirdo rollers, like those little ones. They're skinny and they're, much less diameter. They're usually pink for some reason. And then I buy the 2-inch regular one that's just like 2 inches wide. You never know when you need those damn things. Yeah, back brush, yep. And also, they can really educate you on whether or not you need primer at Sherwin-Williams. You'd be surprised what colors you need it for and what colors you don't. I don't get mad at simple comments, but you're going to be blocked out of here right now. Give me an example of when I got mad at it. It's my channel. I get mad at ignorant comments and people like you coming on that don't belong here. Don't you have anything else to do? Get lost then. And unsubscribe if you're a subscriber. I don't want you around. You're a douchebag. Yeah, it's cool looking. Get the hell out of here. Hey, Patricia. You took me out for some fish. Oh, that's cool. I wouldn't have done that, Squirrely. No way. Depends what color it is, Owen. Depends what color. If you're covered up white and you're doing like I am, orange and green, you need a primer. Oh, okay, don't like that. Yeah, I wouldn't have left you there, Squirrely Shirley. No way. That'd be rude. Yeah, I didn't know this either. I guess I got lucky in the years before because I never. But if you got expensive paint and you got to put a second coat on, it's not worth it. Primer's cheaper and it makes the paint stick better. Believe it or not, I had white walls. I'm doing burnt orange and olive green. And believe it or not, the primer has like 1% of black in it. Doesn't that sound nuts? But they got this stuff down. Like I'm also making a closet that's going to be office supplies. That's white, and I'm making it yellow because I want it like bright and not look like a dungeon when you go in there. Just something different. I'm sick of white. And he said I don't need any primer for that. So evidently yellow covers white just fine. But I was surprised that you'd have a dark gray black primer that would go over white that you'd be putting orange and green on. I would have never thought that. Hey, Frisky. Yeah, did you use that spackling, that stuff that turns... I wish they'd do it the other way around. I wished it was white in the jar and it turned pink when it was dry. Because if you don't have great lighting, it's hard to see. Oh, you tore it out? Okay. Yeah, it's 53 here right now. 53. What's bin mean? Yeah, chili, Cheryl. Cheryl, I wonder where halfway from Louisville from here would be. You got any idea on that? Hey, Todd. Well, thank you. Oh, okay. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Shirley. Let me have it. Oh, okay. Don't like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's olive green. It's not really burnt orange. It's just I'm so sick of like this white and yeah. It will. I don't think it'll look 70s. Maybe it will. I'm in my bedroom. Those are moderators, like people that make rude comments or something inappropriate. They can delete the comment, block it. Hey, Kim. Yeah, I used to do white. I'm just sick of it. Just sick of everything plain white. Carrie, how's the internet been treating you on your singing? 3 hours. Yeah, it's probably about right. Yeah. Has your channel been doing okay? How come you don't see if you can sing at the Ogama County Fair or the Victorian Art Fair? Oh, that's cool, Tony. Yeah, I'm just sick of those colors. You guys, if you get a chance, subscribe to Carrie's channel if you could. Because it's hard to like get established on a channel. You got to get lucky like I did. Her content's probably 10 times better than mine. I'm not kidding you. If you don't get lucky and you get a viral video, shit, I didn't know what a viral video was until I had one for about 2 years. If you don't get lucky, you just be out in nowhere's land. Nobody knows about you, watches you. It's frustrating. Carrie learns how to sing, learns how to play an instrument. You gotta beg people to join. It sucks. It's not fair. Hey, Tassie. Yeah, that's what I think, Don. Oh, okay. No, not Detroit. Look at West Branch, Michigan. West Branch, Michigan. Yeah, you really do. That's why, I always try and let people do it because I realize I got lucky. Pizza and liquor. How you doing, Passy? Did you check your PayPal? Yeah, Tassie's great. Tassie's one of the best people I ever met in my life. Yeah, you might be right. I talked to a couple Amish guys, and they were really pissed that you couldn't get lead paint. They said it worked way better. And unless kids were eating it, there was nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that's how the internet is. There's some channels, they're too stupid to come up with any content, so they gotta like go off other people's content. Yeah, it could be true. Larry McCray, I met him a couple times. He's good friends with Ted Boomer, the guy that owns the Tim Hortons in West Branch. You probably know that already. Yeah, that guy is so stupid. He really is ignorant, man. Like I've said before, I'd rather get along with people than not. But I just can't find myself extending the olive branch to that dumb son of a bitch. It's like a child trapped in an adult's body. He's just so fucking stupid. Yeah, some of them are, Owen. I don't think about them like I used to. They're good at like building and stuff like that. Hey, David. I'm in my bedroom. Oh yeah, I saw a poster on that. They don't advertise that good enough, if you ask me. West Branch needs like a sign like that's blinking as you drive through town about coming events. They really do, man. This sticking posters on the inside of windows in stores. You know, if you're not shopping in these little places, you don't even know about this stuff. Yeah, you're right, Todd. Nah, you can talk about whatever you want, man. I say, you know, people will knock me. You know, here's what happens when you get a YouTube channel. One thing you'll learn is you're going to piss off somebody every day. Like generally, we'll have general discussions about all sorts of stuff, and sometimes it's very tactful and refined, and it's a different group of people. And then there'll be other late night chats where we're talking about blowjobs and dildos and swingers parties. And it seems like somebody always gets offended. And if you've been around YouTube for a long time, you're going to find it's just like if you're self-employed. You're not going to have the same customers you started out with when you're retired. So I don't let it bother me. I mean, if people, if they want to check in, great, glad to have you. I like the interaction. And if they happen to catch a blowjob, dildo conversation late at night and offends them, well then, good luck to you. That's all right, man. That's okay. Let me know if I can do anything. I don't know what the hell I could, but West Branch needs to market you better. Yeah, it's just the way it is. I mean, if I wanted to, I really, what you see is what you get. You talk to Becky, Tassie, anybody that knows me, you're never going to find a smoking gun in my closet. It's just not happening. You may not like me, and there may be a good reason for it, but there's never any bullshit behind the scenes. Not a bit. Not happening. Hey, Palmetto Princess. So you got a new photo there, huh? Yeah, that's what I say. Be yourself. I mean, I probably get a little too crude sometimes, foul mouth, but it's not a family channel. I treat my YouTube channels just like if I knew you people and we were talking privately. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm like exceptional guy or anything like that. Believe me, I have huge major faults. And sometimes, I mean, if I was out marketing myself, here's another thing too. I'm lucky enough to where I don't need a job and I'm not running for office and I don't have kids in school. I'd probably shut the fuck up. Be a different person. I mean, I'm not saying that selling out isn't a possibility, but when you're single, you don't need a job, you're not running for office, you're not trying to get in anybody's pants. I've never once asked anybody to subscribe, join, thumbs up. I can afford to be myself. I'm lucky. Because in this day and age, I could not be talking this kind of shit otherwise. If I had like a job or if I was a school teacher, fuck. Yeah, man, I could never make it. No way. You'd catch me in every goddamn sex scandal there was. The minute they sent some good-looking Russian spy in, man, and I woke up in the morning, my laptop was gone. I'd be fucked. Oh, thank you, Penny. Oh, thank you. I mean, I will tell you this, man. I mean, like, we had a good late-night impromptu chat last night. You got a pretty good idea what you're like. And I think I'm a good guy in a lot of ways. I do. I'm not bragging, but like to animals, to the underdog, to working girls, to, people having a hard time. I think I do the right thing. I don't do anything dishonest. I don't want any bad karma. But I don't think I'm too good of a husband or a boyfriend. I think once it moves into that level, I have very little skills. I just, I'm hot-headed, I'm moody, fucking crazy. Been in a goddamn nut house. I'll probably end up in a nut house again before it's all over. So, I know my strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, thank you, Conan. Yeah, you're fired. Thank you. But like I said, I know my good points and my bad points. Believe me, I got plenty of enemies. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for that kind of stuff, man. You don't know why you end up being the way you are. I've been that way since a kid. I don't know why, and I don't like. One other thing too is like now I get a shit ton of money from YouTube. I'm not kidding you. I don't even need to do anything. Plus, I sold a bunch of stuff, and I have money saved, and I sold some commercial property, and I'll be getting the full rate Social Security in another year. So I'm not bragging. I mean, I'm not rich, but I don't need the money. So now that I can, I'm lucky in this day and age. So now that I can have excess money, I'm just going to fund my own things. In doing that, you're not going to see a thank you video on them because there's nothing worse than some motherfucker tooting his own horn about what a good guy is. Actors and actresses and pro sports people do this. They always make sure a camera's around when they're helping somebody out. I do all sorts of shit you'll never know about, and I want to keep it that way. And even the people I help, that's the one rule that I have is keep this to yourself. I'm not saying I'm a better guy for it. I just would rather go that route. Oh, thank you, Conan. Yeah, I got that YouTube money. No kidding, man. I probably couldn't, if something happened to me and I was starting all over, it probably wouldn't work. You get lucky, timing. The one major thing I got in my mind that bothers me, I mean, the truth of the matter is it's the working girls interviews that got me on the map. And I don't feel too bad about this, but I do feel bothered by it. And I just got to figure out a different way to like help them out. I just don't know how to do it. Native Americans too. What an embarrassment. I took that trip last year out west. These poor fuckers have been getting ripped off and raped and pillaged and screwed for over 100 years now. And you go out there and they're bullshitting all these people in schools about they're on reservations, and you read these articles, they get free tuition because they're Indians. That's a bunch of bullshit. They do, but what good's free tuition when you don't have any skills and you got a drinking problem? I'm telling you, it's sad. You go out to all these places where like Native Americans live. They're all drunk, fucked up, cop hassling them, living in a goddamn animal pen they call a reservation. That's not right. And I just cannot come up with a way to like sell this to people. Even when I upload interviews with black people and Indians, nobody watches them. I'm telling you, man, I didn't know this. I learned this the hard way. I really learned a lot. I used to really get into it with the Detroit News and Free Press, black journalists, because I thought I knew what I was talking about, but I didn't. They got good jobs, they're making 150 grand a year, and they're fucking them left and right, trying to can them. And they would always say to me I didn't know what I was talking about, because I would get on them about talking about this black shit all the time. It's like, why don't you just write an article and quit bringing up racism all the time? Well, once my YouTube channel took off, they're really good at analytics. If you're young, white, and attractive, you're going to get people clicking on your video. If you're older, black, overweight, Native American, you're not. That's a fact. Everybody wants to save Maddie. Everybody wants Jenna to move in with them. Everybody wants the cute girls to help them. You ever have anybody want to have Marguerite move in with them? I'm telling you, man, this stuff is real. The world is a bunch of bullshit. And you go out west, the way these Native Americans live is make you sick. But, the Black Lives Matter gained a lot of ground. Good for them, right? But these Native Americans, man, nobody seems to give two shits. I just can't think anything to do, Todd. I mean, I put up interviews. I mean, it's pretty obvious. People don't even, when they see a Native American, like somebody that looks like a Native American, or an older black male, or an older black female, they don't even click on the video. They don't give a shit. I mean, I can't believe this stuff. I'll tell you what I did do the other day. Not to change the subject, but if I'm all ears on what I could do. I mean, minus, stripping nude and tying myself to a redwood tree, and not coming down because I told everybody I was going to starve myself. I can't come up with anything. I'll tell you what did happen to me yesterday. I talked to a female farmer. Man, we talked for about an hour and a half. What an interesting conversation about farming and the way they're marketed and how they're getting screwed on milk and the way where they're pitched to the media, and milk's cheaper now than it was 30 years ago. Yeah, be honest with you. Well, if I don't like that, I'll tell you a funny thing. So you'd like to have Maddie now, and that's great that you want to help her. But why don't you want to help? Why do you want to help Maddie and not Marguerite? And I'm not knocking you. I'm not trying to start an argument, but it's because she's pretty, young, and has a full life ahead of her, and Marguerite is at the end of the road, old, and you feel she's hopeless. I'm just trying to find out from you directly why you've picked Maddie. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Kathy? Oh, you'd not help Maddie? Oh, you'd not help Maddie. Oh, not help. Now, why is that? Why would you not help her? No, she doesn't know. So, so part of the criteria is that you think it's more logical to invest in someone with a full life ahead of them compared to someone that doesn't, right? Yeah, but don't like that. I mean, look, man, I thought this way too, but let me tell you, man, do me a favor on this. I'll pay for it. Can I send you some books on heroin addiction or drug addiction? Or can you buy them and I'll reimburse you? Because I think believe me, I'm not knocking you at all. I didn't know anything about heroin addiction. I knew it was bad. And when I was young and growing up, I'd see these girls and I'd thinking they're a bunch of dirt bags and why don't you pick yourself up by your bootstraps? And believe me, it was innocent, man, like a chicken crossing the road. I just fell into this accidentally. And as I got more educated about it and knew more about it, that's what has allowed me to be supportive of Maddie, whether she wants to help herself or whether she doesn't. Because heroin addiction is complicated. Yeah, but you know what? I don't want to use the criteria. I don't want to just help people because they're grateful for it. Because some people don't have the skills, or their life's been so shitty they're just nasty to everybody. And I want to help the people that don't want help just as much as the people that do. Really. I tell them all that, man. Even if I don't like you, I'm going to help you. I don't want to be like that way because it's funny you should say that, don't like that, because these girls have been dying left and right. There's a bunch of them not even alive that I've interviewed, and that's not a good feeling. I mean, I don't stay up at night, or I do cry about it once in a while, and I get thinking about it, but not that much. And because I don't think there's anything I could do. And my guess is that Maddie just gave up somewhere along the way. Guilt, your children. So about 2 months ago, after a couple more of these girls died, Sweet Pea and Brittany, I was laying in bed and I thought, you got to do something, motherfucker. You know how you fuck around and you're supposed to do this and you do that and you don't do shit? And I just thought to myself, like, go to the gym or clean your house. I can't have that attitude crossing paths with these people. So what I did is I contacted two of Maddie's high school friends who I've talked to before and who have tried to help her. And I said, hey, look, this has happened. These girls are dying. I don't want to say Maddie doesn't look as good as she used to, but Do you have any idea? I mean, should I talk to her dad? Is there anything I could do? I mean, I think any day Maddie's going to be dead. I really do. I'll tell her that. And the girls said they've just given up. They've tried everything. They've went down there with care packages. She doesn't return their calls. They've offered her all sorts of help. So, this doesn't make things a lot better. But at least I got peace of mind that I just didn't sit on my ass and not try to connect the dots if I could. And believe me, when I'm down there, I know every time I go down there, Maddie is worth 25 or 50,000 or 300,000 views within a couple months. But in good faith, what are we going to talk about? I mean, how many times do you go back to the well? Now it's coming to be a YouTube horror. I've interviewed her a million times. I know Maddie. I know Gerald. There's no reason for me to talk to them anymore. Maybe stop by and say hello, but it's just over my comfort level. I always supported them to get their own channel, but believe me, I wish the best for Maddie, but I don't think it's going to be a good outcome. I do care. I do care. I really do care about these people. I mean, they all know that they could call me. I'd drive down there right now. If I got a call right now, no problem. Drive right down there and get them. I told Raven, hey, look, I'll do whatever you want. I don't know if it would have helped. I should have offered Raven to live with me for a while. I know that's fucking suicide, stupid. But if it keeps somebody alive, I'll tell you one thing. All these people know, and you talk to any of these women, Tassie, Becky, Maddie, any of them, man, there's never been one single hint of bullshit with me. And even if there was, they're prostitutes. And I'm a guy, but I would never do some shit like that. Why? I'm not really sure. But I would not. No way. I don't think I'm a good guy or, taking the moral high ground. But to me, that'd be like being a school teacher trying to screw your students, or a stepfather trying to bang your cute stepdaughter. Not happening. Those thoughts don't even enter my mind. Yeah, ask Tassie. Oh, thank you, Swirly. I've been to London before. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been effective at all, but, not really. And even people that got out of it are doing well, like Tassie. There hasn't been one person that I've had anything to do with their sobriety. None. They were either already gone or they were doing it anyway. Which I'm fine with. I'm just glad they're out of there. But, you guys don't know me either. You look at Melissa, that sweet young girl down there. You look at Sweet Pea, who just died about 2 months ago. You don't know what happened to these people. You don't know the day in, day out weird shit they deal with. This isn't, $500 an hour escort stuff. This is beatings, weird fetishes, perverts. Hey, Tricia. Oh, big time, man. As far as I'm concerned, Tassie's face ought to be on a $20 bill. I do have plans for setting Tassie up with her own business. Believe me, I'm telling you, if TED Talk, you could skip all that bullshit, man. She wouldn't need to wear a dress, anything. You could get a hold of Ted, get a chair, put it on the stage, get a microphone, have Tassie talk for 5 minutes and a question and answers, and everybody would love her in no time, and it would be an all-time popular TED Talk. It would. Tassie's got a unique charisma with her, no nonsense bullshit, and she rehabbed herself. Oh, congratulations, Tricia. Good for you. How were you able to do that? Did you have like someone that took you under their wing, or you just had enough, or court ordered, or what happened? Doing good, Tricia. Yeah, I mean it's a terrible life, man. See a attractive woman, all dirty, doesn't can't wash her clothes, with these old pigs. They're just as bad as they are. They're just as fucked up as the girls, right? No heat, no water, no makeup, no old cold house with nothing. Getting treated like shit everywhere you go. Gave up all your self-worth. It's true. Yeah, it's not a good feeling though. I mean, going down there and, giving someone a stipend for an interview and getting them a pair of gloves isn't shit. Give them a can of oranges and uh, it's nothing really in the whole scheme of things. But I think the problem is much bigger than you don't know what happened to these people. Look at poor Raven getting fucked by her goddamn stepdads and finger fucked by her goddamn foster parents, dancing in topless dancer, and then her got her teeth knocked out and ended up getting on this goddamn heroin and working the streets. Raven was a sweetheart. And let me tell you, I'm telling you, I just got done giving you a spiel about people clicking on attractive people's avatar. I mean, I have it happen too. I mean, Raven was an attractive girl. I mean, you talk about natural beauty. And I think in a weird, ignorant way, I think like other people do sometimes. The same people that don't click on the avatars of the older, unattractive people. That, I'm thinking, man, you need to like save this because look, in the human factor, looks matter. And I think people realize that as they watch them dwindle, that's one less iron in the fire you have. I mean, it's not as simple as if you're attractive, you're going to have a great life. But let's face it, it can open a hell of a lot more doors than if you're not. Oh, good for you, Tricia. Yeah, I don't think it's that much. She's a beautiful girl. I mean, you couldn't have had better genetics than Raven. I'm not kidding you. Look like Swedish or something like that. The only thing that doesn't drive me nuts is that, honest to God, I thought in my heart of hearts all the time, I got a chance to pitch Raven 2 times on getting the hell out of there. And one of them is on a video. And the only reason I did that, and I normally don't, is because I wanted her family to know, yes, she got this packages, and this was her reaction. And fucking COVID came, and you couldn't go down there. Those fucker cops were giving people $1,000 tickets, and then she ends up getting hit by a car. Like I tell everybody all the time, whether it's a farmhouse that's abandoned, whether it's me talking to Raven, you never know when that last day is going to be, in all sorts of shit. Whether it's a home you were in, playing in a sports league, a job, a place that you frequented a lot, there's going to be a time where you're never going to be back there again, and you don't know it. Hey, Backwoods. Yeah, she did. Yeah, there is. There's going to be a time when you're not coming back there for all sorts of reasons. Look at that poor guy here. Here about 2 months ago, just about 40 miles up the road. Going up, he's behind his daughters. They're ahead of him. They're going on vacation up near Traverse City someplace. And some fucker loses control of their car, cuts across like 100 yards of like what looks like the woods. You wouldn't even think, unless you were driving a tank, you could get to the other side. It wasn't like it was a yellow dividing line. This guy cuts across all this space, hits these girls head on. The hood comes through the windshield and chops both their heads off. And the dad sees this whole goddamn thing. And they're on their way for vacation. This is just like, how does this happen? Yeah, right, don't like that, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you just see stuff all the time, and it's like, how can this happen? There were 3 people that got killed here last year. They hit deer on their motorcycle. If I gave you $1 million, you couldn't go out and hit a deer on your motorcycle on purpose. I mean, I'm not one of these guys that believes when it's your time, it's your time. But I just have no explanation for things like this. I don't know why the hell it happens. I can't believe that I lived this long. Yeah, it's sad. Hey, Janice. It's so damn sad. I mean, I do get upset about it sometimes. Like sometimes when I'm interviewing these girls, I get upset. Because I'm just not doing shit. It's just sad not getting a better result. And I guess I'm just ignorant and naive in a certain way that I have false expectations. I'll tell you, I'm glad to report that Becky is in a relationship, still on heroin, living with a guy. So it's an improvement. But even Becky, man, it's like, I think about this. It's like, I hope nothing happens to her. Oh my God, don't. There's a YouTube video on a guy like that too. Hey, Pixie. Yeah, I doubt it. Janice, I'm going to figure out who you are one of these days. Oh, I believe it. I know a few guys got killed in airplane crashes. I mean, I don't know what the hell to do, man. Thank her for me, wee beast. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like really think about this. Just go out west, or I'll lay it all on the fucking line too. I will. I figure I got maybe like what, 10 years, 15 years left. I'd rather just lay it on the goddamn line and go for it. Just something crazy. Oh wow, don't like that. Yeah, I'm in bed. I'm in my bed. That's a fan in my window. I have central air, but I like the sound of a fan. Hey, I'm open to suggestions. Anybody knows something? Any ideas? Please tell me. Because here's the other thing too. You got all these hospitals. You got Medicaid. You got all these think tanks, all these colleges, all these social workers and I'm not knocking them. You got family members they're estranged from. You got probation officers that they're told to get fucked. So, I mean, I know I'm in line with everybody else, but if I could just like bust a move on something out of the box, I'd do it. I really would. I'd sell my damn condo, liquidate my shit, and I'd just put it all on the goddamn line. It'd be worth it. I'm like that anyway. It's bust or the grand slam. I go for the home run. Yeah, I don't really have much going on in my life. I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have much of a life. I'd probably be doing PI work. I got burned out on PI work. I'm so sick of PI work. I don't think it's interesting. I hate my customers. I just got done with it, man. I've been talking my way out of taking cases for 10 years. Actually, I've been thinking about taking a part-time job at a farm, and this female farmer I interviewed, she said they can't get help. I thought to myself, maybe I'll go work there a couple of days a week. You know, help them out and experience farming. Super boring, Terry. Spring Lake? Let me tell you, no one's had more time off than me. I'm not shitting you. I took 10 years off at one crack, and all I did was travel, fuck around, eat out. I got bored with it. I needed to accomplish something. I've had more damn leisure and vacation than most people have if they live 500 years. I mean, it's lucky. I'm not complaining, but it's time to like do something worthy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to lay it all on the line. No shit. Terry, you're up late tonight. Nah, I'm sick of flying too. I did that for years. You know, honestly, I never really cared about the expense of it too much, but there's so much more stuff that I can do. Flying's so expensive. I really don't want it that much. You know, believe it or not, I follow flying. I keep them on the new planes, and I got a little sad seeing that Oshkosh went on. I'll probably never go to Oshkosh again. I used to go to it all the time. Stay there the whole week. I used to go to Sun and Fun down in Lakeland, Florida. I just don't care about it that much anymore. It's not worth the money. You know, that thrill is really kind of gone. Yeah, I met a couple tower controllers. Oh, thank you, Shannon. You know, I don't really like the RVs that much. I don't like driving those. 2 times I drove Class A motorhomes back with a boat behind it from people in Miami. And the one thing that was kind of cool is going to a rest stop and sleeping on a king-size bed with the air conditioner on. I thought it was kind of cool. Listen to these semis and stuff coming in. But that's the only cool part, I thought. I hated driving that goddamn thing. Oh, thank you, Freddie. Yeah, I mean, they're junky. I don't like towing trailers either. It's nerve-wracking to me. It's not like just driving something without a trailer. Yeah, they should, man. I got the vaccine. Hang on one second. I'm going to get a glass of water. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I think a lot of people could do a chat. I really encourage people. They should try their own channel. Daisy, where you going, hon? What are you doing, honey? What are you doing down there, hon? Better get back in bed, hon. Hang on one sec. What are you doing, honey? Hang on. Water? You want to take the water, hon? Good girl, hon. Good girl, hon. Hey, I'll tell you something kind of interesting. So, long story, I read a lot about science, buy a lot of science books. Why, I don't know, but I do. And, I guess I have an interest in it. So, anyway, Daisy, probably about 5 or 6 times since I've had her. I think she's about 7 or 8 years old. Once in a while, she'll just start shaking. And the way I interpreted it, it almost seemed like there were ghosts in the room. It just didn't make sense. It was unrelated to, like, too much exercise or not eating or cold out, wet. And I just kind of would watch her, and about a half hour would last. You'd try and console her. It would remind you of a dog's reaction if they heard lightning and thunder. And I never thought too much about it. It never seemed like something I should take her to the vet. It'd be a $3,000 bill, and they still don't know it. Well, anyway, long story short, there's a clerk at the Red Roof Inn I stay. Her dogs died. I told her I'd be glad to buy her a puppy. Pick out any kind you want. I'll pay the bills. Flea, stuff, heartworm, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what kind you want. You tell me. Don't feel bad about it. Just tell me which one you want and I'll go buy it. Well, she never did it. So I've kind of been looking for a puppy for her for the last 6 months. And I want to get her one that isn't going to be a bunch of maintenance, like grooming and all that bullshit. So I just happened to start... A lady came up to me and she said that Daisy is probably Maltese and Shih Tzu. It's like, okay, that's cool. And she said they don't shed, which Daisy doesn't. And they're smart, and it fit the bill, except Daisy weighs twice as much as most Shih Tzus or Maltese would weigh. So anyway, I go on the website last night, and I'm fucking around looking for one of these Maltese Shih Tzu crosses. Maintenance-free, smart, like Daisy, right? And I just happened to run across an article, and it's called White Shaker Syndrome. White Shaker Syndrome. And it's idiopathic, which means they don't really understand the origin of it. It's a brain aberration, and it is in small dogs. And it's exactly what I just described to you. They start shaking, and it looks like they're cold. And actually, that happened to me when I was down in Hilton Head, South Carolina in the spring. White Shaker Syndrome. So if anybody out there has small dogs, and you're thinking your dog's getting the creeps, what the hell's going on? Read that. White Shaker Syndrome. Yeah, but here it is, all these years, I've had dogs and stuff, although Daisy's my first small dog, and I just by shit luck stumble across this article on the internet last night. Super interesting. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I never heard of it. I even mentioned it to a vet. Daisy seems like she's getting the heebie-jeebies. It doesn't happen very often, less than once a year. And to me, I thought, man, maybe this dog's seeing ghosts or something. I mean, she'll start shaking, can't console her, doesn't want to be picked up. It's like, what the hell's going on here? That's what it is. Very, believe it or not, very common. Google it. Yeah, were you aware of this, Kristen? Kimberly, were you aware of this condition? I never heard of it. Yeah, fits it to a perfect T. Exactly what happens to her. White shaker syndrome. Sometimes they call it shaker syndrome. Sometimes it's white dog shaker syndrome. There's a couple variations of the way they describe it. And here's what's even crazier. You know how they treat it? This is what's wild. Prednisone. They treat it with prednisone, which is typically used for an anti-inflammatory, even though it isn't related. It's almost like off-label to inflammation that they know of because of the blood-brain barrier. This is super fascinating to me. Me neither. Yeah, steroid. Yeah, I could not believe it. Yeah. White shaker syndrome. Yeah, and that's something backwoods. Yeah, I never heard of it. And I've got books on veterinarian books and how to diagnose your own dog. Not that I'm trying to save money, but you guys probably know if you have pets, man, these vets will bend you over left and fucking right. You can go through $3,500 like it's nothing with blood tests and MRIs, neurologists and bullshit. I don't really trust them that much. We have two vets here that I've crossed paths with. Both of them I was on the Humane Society board, and I thought they were both stupid as hell. I got in arguments with them and said, I can't figure out for the life of me how in the hell you ever got into veterinarian school. You are so goddamn dumb. Yeah, prednisone. Prednisone. It's a typical anti-inflammatory used for a million things. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Kimberly? It is, yeah. It's. I'm telling you, prednisone is a miracle drug. You have to taper off it, but I rank that right up there with the polio vaccine. Prednisone is a miracle drug. It's got to be used sparingly. You can gain weight. There's a lot of edema associated with it, but overall, you're not going to find anything better to get rid of inflammation. It's a miracle drug. Yeah, you're right, Terry. Yeah. Isn't that crazy, Kimberly? I'd never heard of it. Usually I find out about. I've even brought it up to vets. Like I said, Daisy sometime she acts like out of nowhere, like she saw a ghost or it was like a silent thunderstorm. It's like, well, I don't know what the hell that is. It's like, yeah, okay. How the hell I know this and a veterinarian doesn't? Yeah, it's called white. Oh, you're talking about prednisone? Yeah, you got to be careful with prednisone, but it's a super miracle drug. You'll get fatter than hell. But doctors are well aware of this. I mean, even family practitioners, they know how to do it. And you go on it. But tapering is a big damn deal. You go on it. If you've got an infection and you take prednisone, you'll feel like $1 million an hour after you take it. You can get it sub-Q or you can take it in the pill form. Oh, you're welcome, Terry. Yeah, okay, Terry. Yeah, good night. Have a good night. You got sleep problems. I've tried them all. Yeah, it can make you gain weight. Edema. Yeah, people react to it different ways, but it's a hell of a good drug. If you've got if you're sick and you get a shot of prednisone or you take the pills, be feeling pretty good right away. It's just you have to be smart about it. Oh, do you have insomnia, Terry? Do you have that? I'll tell you one thing. I mean, I would start out with this. The only place I know where you can get it, I'm sure there's someplace else, but Walgreens sells time-release melatonin. I don't know if you guys that have had success with melatonin, but you take it, you fall asleep, and you wake up 2 hours later. The time release doesn't let that happen. Melatonin's one. If it really is bothering you, believe it or not, that double sleep herbal tea works. I know it sounds corny. And if that doesn't work, get your doctor to write your prescription of Remeron or Trazodone. That's used, yes, it is used for depression as well. But you're a woman of the age where it could be a hormone issue, it could be a separate sleep issue, it could be a lot of things. But when you really hit the panic button and you're not, you get up, you feel like shit, you're unproductive at work, just bite the bullet and have your doctor write you 10 Remeron. You're not going to get addicted. Or some Trazodone. You'll sleep like a damn baby. Yeah, they do, Mary. Yeah, it's true. Good night, Terry. Oh, good, Shannon. You're lucky. That's another thing. They don't really understand why root canals work. It's weird. And they don't all work, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I've tried indica before, the gummies. I would say I can't really conclusively say if it helped or not. I'll tell you, transplant patients, man, I'll tell you, you get a kidney transplant, a lung transplant, a liver transplant, a heart transplant. You ever see the amount of medication those people have to take? I'll tell you, they take a half pound of pills a day for the rest of their life. It's not like they just pop in a new organ and you're on your way. Speaking of that, I saw a video on YouTube of Magic Johnson. He isn't looking too good. It almost looked like he was wearing a girdle, real super skinny legs. Even when your HIV is controlled, which his is, your susceptibility to other diseases is like 100-fold. All sorts of cancers. I talked to my doctor buddy about it, and he said he'd give 10 to 1 odds he has diabetes. Yeah, that's a good question, Pixie. That's a good question. Yep. That's a good question. Yeah, he is, but I'm telling you, Drew, he looks like he does not look good. He walked like with a limp, had this like strange looking big pot gut, and like no muscles in his legs. No, that's true. No, I agree. But if you look at people that have HIV and you look at the complications you have, even with the disease under control, it's not very good. Well, not really when you consider protease inhibitors, which is what he took. There's lots of people living that long. But they don't tell you that when they, do a news story or read an article about it in a magazine. They say like, oh yeah, Magic Johnson's still alive, HIV. Lots of people are. But they don't tell you in those articles the susceptibility of the other diseases just by virtue of being HIV positive. Yeah, it's true, Pixie, yeah. Oh, do they really, Backwoods? Yeah, I've tried the gummies. Honestly, you can take them or leave them. I will say this. I think if I was in a relationship, like a brand new relationship, and like they came over and we like watched a movie in bed, which I haven't done in like 50 years. But I think of these crazy things sometimes because if I take like a gummy, not too much, like 2.5 milligrams, and I'm watching a good movie or a good book, I hate to say this, but it enhances it. It does. And if you look at psilocybin mushrooms, there's a lot of legitimate medical research being done on those now, particularly with people with post-traumatic stress syndrome and molestation with a lot of people. And the success rate has been very good. And basically the bottom line is that they said it allowed him to let it go. Oh, cool, Crypta. Thank you. Did it really, Palmetto? No kidding. Wow. It has, Drew. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Absolutely, for sure. Protea inhibitors. If you look at what interferon did, and you can actually beat hepatitis C now. Drew, are you sure you're not taking the wrong THC? You know, now, by the way you've explained it, if you took sativa, I would say, yeah, I believe that. Or certain hybrids. Have you tried just straight indica? Yeah, random person. This is so crazy. Yeah, honest to God, man. Here I am sounding like uh, an old hippie, but it enhances things. I'm not shitting you. I think if I took a Uber to the Detroit Institute of Arts, which is a fantastic museum, by the way, and had a gummy, I would just sit there like I'd be crying looking at oil paintings, but not in a sad way, in like an appreciation way. Oh, that's a nice name. Oh, that's interesting. Ketamine, yeah, they're using that a lot now. They're using that in treatment for depression. You know, if you ever hear of a veterinarian clinic getting broken into, that's what they're looking for, ketamine. That's part of the pink cocktail when they euthanize the dog. It's ketamine and sodium pentothal. I'll tell you kind of a sad story today. You know, if you look at that video, I jokingly said Ollie and her daughters running a grow operation. Long story short, that house speaks for itself. I've driven by it for years. So I pull in there today, and there's nobody there. And there's no trespassing signs. So I thought, man, I've been wanting to take photos of this place for a long time. And I get out of my van, and I'm walking up, and here's this goddamn big-ass pit bull on a chain that comes out the front door, and it's like, well, fuck this. You know, somebody's living here. So as I'm getting back into my van, a guy waves to me. And it's like, you gotta be kidding me. This is just really weird. So I get out of my van, and I kind of walk up, and he walks up. He said, hi, how you doing? It's like, pretty good. And he said, what are you doing? It's like, well, I've been driving by this place for years, and it was occupied, and I think it's kind of a cool looking house, and infrared photography looks really good when there's an old building and there's a lot of green foliage around it, and I was just going to take some photos. And I said, I'd be willing to pay you for it. And he said, well, you don't need to pay me. I said, no, I'd like to pay you. You know, you can obviously assume somebody living there doesn't have a lot of money. Long story short, so he said, well, you can take all the photos you want. He said, if you want, I'd, I'll take you around and show you. It's like, okay. So the other guy evidently had got evicted and he was cured. So about 10 minutes into it, he says, I'm running a grow operation here and it's illegal. It's supposed to be fenced. It's not. And really super nice guy. We get talking and he said, well, let me show you back here. And all those photos are of marijuana plants. You can tell the marijuana from the weeds. If you're a marijuana person, you'll know which ones I'm talking about. So about 15 minutes into it, he said he was getting ready to leave to Montana in a couple of weeks and he was just going to trash all the marijuana and that he was going to be long gone before it was ready to be harvested. And as time went on, we're talking about different things. And you know what he said to me? He said, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just lonely. He said, and I just don't want to live in a world to where I don't trust anybody. And I just want to welcome you here and make you feel comfortable that you can take some photos. And if you call the police and tell them this and fucks me up, I'm willing to take that gamble because I just don't want to be that kind of person. I just don't have anybody to talk to. So we spent about an hour talking. So I said, well, hey, look, man, if I can help you, I will. I mean, I got a medical marijuana card. To be honest with you, I got it so I could buy some people I knew pain medication, and I have bought myself some gummies, but truthfully, I pretty much bought it for other people. And maybe I could line you up. I mean, I said, do you need some money? I mean, are you eating and stuff? Or, I'll get you some more money. Can I take you to Walmart or whatever? We had a great conversation. We switched phone numbers. And he said, well, I'd like some copy of those photos. I said, well, look, I'll put the photos on an SD card for you, a micro SD, so you can have them for your cell phone. And, man, it was just a nice conversation. But here is a guy that just kind of got by himself, out in the middle of nowhere. You can see all the marijuana plants that I took photographs. Honest to God, even at my age, that's the first time I've ever seen marijuana growing in the wild. And he showed me all these hybrids he had and the plants. I was absolutely, the one that I used on the thumbnail, that's only one plant. And you're allowed 12 of those in Michigan. Yeah, it's not, I don't think drug's a gateway drug. Yeah, you're right, Drew. Yeah, isn't that sad, Cheryl? Mandy, if I ever see you, I'm going to give you some drugs. I'm going to give you a date rape drug and then take you to the movies. Isn't that sad, Cheryl? No, I know, Blueberry. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Mandy, I'm going to give you a date rate drug when I meet you. Bill Cosby sent me a couple of them. We'll see how you like that. I bet you'll leave my house with a big smile on your face. You won't be talking that shit anymore. Yeah, Pixie, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yep. Make sure you're on birth control, Mandy. You're going to need it, babe. You'll be glad you're on them when I get done with you. I'll tell you, I think you guys probably know this, but YouTube is great. It's so great, that you can just come on here this late at night Meet, people having fun, talking. It's in the dark, Emil. Nothing really. Hey, Janelle, where you been? Yeah, I think I love YouTube, man. I've had problems with them, but for a free platform, god damn, this is great. We'd just be sitting at home watching some stupid shit on TV. So it's really good that we can like get together and have a conversation like this, and all for free. Sign off when you want, sign in when you want. No, nothing on, right? Oh, good, Genu. Where you been? I hope so, Mary. As you guys know, I got plenty of enemies on YouTube. I get fucked with constantly. Hey, Lana. The Sunday night party. It doesn't hardly faze me anymore. I'm so used to getting hate mail and fucked with on my videos. Really, I'm almost numb to it. Swear to God. Yeah, Mandy, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the Mandy that's talking about me talking about drugs. Bill Cosby sent me a package of date rape pills, and when she visits, I'm going to use them on her. Oh, thank you, Emil. Oh, it was another Mandy, yep. Well, that's what happens. Oh, yeah, you would, Mandy. You'd leave here with a big smile on your face. The hell you wouldn't. You'd be bragging about it. Ah, shut up, Blueberry Muffin. Yeah, I'm threatening her with a good time. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. You'd have more orgasms in 2 days than you've had in the last 15 years. You'd have to recant everything you said about me in a negative way. I'd call you the human pretzel when you left. No, you'd take anything you could get, Mandy. You know you would. Mandy's lying to herself again. I'm gonna get rid of her for good. Let me give me a second next time she comes up so I can block her for good. Mandy Hopkinson. That's a fake name. Where you at, Daisy? See, people like Mandy hide in the background, and then they just can't stand it anymore. Their blood pressure gets high, so they start talking crazy that way. Thanks, Cheryl. Mandy, I'm going to tell you what, as an extra bonus, when you come out here and visit, I'm going to sing Mandy to you by Barry Manilow after I put the date rape drug in your drink. And you're going to love it. Good night, Conan. Yeah, appreciate you. Hope you have a good night's sleep. Oh yeah, she would, Blueberry. Hell, she wouldn't. I got a lineup waiting to visit me. Yeah, I'm gonna sing her Mandy. You know, I see he's gonna be in concert around here pretty soon. Hard to believe he's even still alive. What is he, about 110? Yeah, she would, Blueberry. She's gonna get a Bill Cosby date rape drug and her Tom Collins. And then I'm gonna sing Mandy to her. It's gonna be the vacation of a lifetime. I did too, Drew. He's actually a hell of a nice guy. He didn't make it on one of those damn shows where they humiliate everybody when they're trying to get famous, so they kicked him off. Oh, were you, Janu? I'm sorry about that. I liked him when I was a kid. Yeah, sorry about that. The date rape drug. I'll get you one random. Yeah, still, but I'm sorry. I apologize for that happening to you. You know, he used to be a backup singer for Bette Midler. Oh, okay, January. Yeah, rape is terrible. I don't understand. I mean, they say it's a crime of violence. I don't know if I totally agree with that. But either way, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I certainly don't want to offend you. I still want to put one in Mandy's drink, though. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Yeah, I think you're right, Jeannie. Yeah, yeah. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what a date rape drug really is. Let me tell you, man, this date rape shit, I don't really understand. I can remember being young, and I can remember thinking, like, as a young guy, if there wasn't an absolute green light, I can. I mean, I don't think that's because of anything I was worried about. But man, that was just never even a. I just it never made sense to me why guys would just do that kind of shit. Hey, Chris. Chris, I'm going to tell you right out of the chute. You start talking that crazy shit here again tonight, and I'm going to block you. Talking about that weird shit, cuddling with your sister and stuff. I don't know though you were drinking or you popped a 20 milligram gummy or what, but don't be doing that stuff here. You're going to get booted out of here. Oh, sorry about that, Junior. Yeah, random. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I know. I met a teacher one time that taught LeBron James in school, and said, and she really spoke highly of him and his wife. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. My apology then. That's not the way I read it. But you don't want your sister anywhere near me. Believe me. Yeah. I joke about dates, but to be honest with you, man, I think my dating days are over. I mean, I got a couple things coming up. I do know women I could do shit with, but to be honest with you, I don't really have any interest in any. So I put this Match.com on thing on. I thought I'd give it a try, and so far it's been a failure. But I think at this age, it's not happening for me anymore. Yeah, that's exactly it, Mark. I mean, like I say, there's a protocol, but I just think for like a lot of obvious reasons, it's over. Yeah, right, Mark. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nothing lasts forever, right? Yeah. I'm not really upset about it. Yeah, Sid grew up with her. I mean, it's hard enough when you're young and you got everything going for you to date. And people think you're attractive, you think they're attractive. It looks like you got a future, a career. You're not a drug addict or an alcoholic, no criminal record. But at this stage of the game, I mean, I'm ready for the glue factory, I think. I mean, I like the idea of it, but I think it's just, I'm getting delusional. Yeah, right, Freddie. I don't even really think of that. I mean, once in a blue moon, like sometimes, like I had a girlfriend for a little while about 8 years ago, and then I had a brief girlfriend for about like 20 years ago. I knew, like when I left if you met my wife, you'd think I was crazy for leaving her, which I would agree with. But it's just not in the cards for some people. I honestly I don't think I have the tools to be a good mate for anybody. Yeah, and I think I've proven that in grand fashion. Yeah, sex. I know this sounds terrible, and I'm probably going to get slaughtered over this, but I just don't. I know this sounds bad, and they probably think the same thing about me. But these women my age, man, I just don't think I could do it. Oh, okay, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of it. Once in a while, I'll meet somebody, but I'm just. Here's what I really think. I think this sounds really terrible, I know, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I'm only trying to make sense of this for myself. I think that. I think that now that the hormones are like died out, that that was such a driving mechanism to date. You liked everything. You liked being attracted to him. And when you were attracted to him and like you hit it off and there was good chemistry, that made the whole thing work. And now I'm like kind of like not really very enthused from the get-go. So I just think it was when everything was going on, it was hard enough to make it work. So I think I think I'm just pipe dreaming. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't. I mean, that sounds. I'm gonna take the shallow hit on this one. You can call me shallow, and I'll nod my head. Yeah, no, you don't, Zach. Don't think that way, Zach. Because at least at your age, you still got false hope. But I think that's the big driving mechanism in young people. I mean, like I tell people all the time, do you think during breeding season for deer, do you think a young doe is looking for the buck with one antler busted off and his balls dragging the ground? No. I mean, you can look at fish, lizards, butterflies, sharks, raccoons. They're all looking for that. All these birds and all this stuff. They do a dance and Even in any facet of sexual interaction, nobody's looking for an old one. From an ant, the old bald eagle that's got half his feathers missing, a broken foot. I'm there only in the human version. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just hate to say that, but I just, it's terrible, I know. I wish it wasn't true, but I can't, there's no evidence any other way that it's anything but reality. Yeah, I think like I talked earlier, we had a chat earlier. I know my strengths and my weaknesses. And I think even when I was young, I was a bad boyfriend and a bad husband. Once it crossed into like a relationship, I was like not good. I think I have a little skill level. Terrible. Yeah, I don't know if they do or not. There's lots of people. I mean, I tell people all the time. I mean, if somebody liked me for some reason, I think I'd just whisper in their after a couple of glasses of wine. Avoid me like the plague. I think I'm a great friend. I'm a good guy, and like always, until it gets intimate, and then I'm like not very good. I'm not good. Believe me, I wish I wasn't this way. I do. I mean, I think I wish I wasn't this way. Maybe it wouldn't really matter that much. Yeah, well, I don't want to do that to your sister. I'm going to pull the old I don't want to lose a subscriber in you when she finds out what I'm really like. I think they'll find me face down, beaten off to Pornhub someday. And they'll say, Tom, he seemed like such a good guy. It's just, he couldn't fortify a intimate relationship. Yeah, I think my whole family was like that, to be honest with you. Oh, okay, Krypton. uh, yeah, false hope. But false hope, I'm telling you, there's some pretty good studies on false hope. Let me tell you. Now, people ask me if I lie. I do lie. I do. But not to like cause to con you out anything, to be fraudulent. But people will say, well, how do I look in this? I say you look great, and it's a lie. If the cops are fucking with me on something, and I'm not going to dot the I's and cross the T's, I'll probably remain silent. So I will lie sometimes just to like make someone feel good. So I don't want to say that I don't lie, I do, but it's not for, in my twisted thinking, bad reasons. Yeah, white lies. Yeah. I mean, this sounds terrible too. I mean, like you get mad at somebody, it's nothing to be proud of under any circumstances. I'm an adult male, and Bobbles and I got into her for a while, and I called her a fat pig, and I shouldn't have. And I didn't really mean it, but we were arguing, and she is overweight, and I got mad, and at first you get hurt, and then you get mad, and then you start saying shit like that. But it's not a sign of intelligence. But emotion isn't related to intelligence. It's totally different facets of human behavior. We've made up. Actually, I like Bobbles. I think she's a cool person, and I'm glad for it. But I find myself in like everyday life doing a little extra for fat girls. Like I give them bigger tips, or I try to like say something extra nice. And it's only because of what I've learned on my YouTube channel about people, the way they think about blacks and Native Americans and fat people. And I want to like try to make them feel better, even if I have to lie. You know, I give them like big tips and shit, way better than the pretty skinny girls. Like I gave two $50 each the other day because it was slow and they were so sweet and they were nice. And there's one at a coffee shop that I go. She's just got this really great personality. She's like 25. Her sister's getting married. She's taking the week off and she told me about it. She's just so nice. But in my own twisted, fucked up way of thinking, I just wish that I could like not let that bother me if I met someone whose personality I thought that much of. I don't know whether I've been brainwashed by TV and the media or what, but I just tell people I'm going to take the shallow hit on this. I will. Uh, I don't find it attractive. Oh, no kidding, Dan. Wow. I graduated in 74, but not from here, Flat Rock. So we're almost the same age. Where are you living now? Yeah, I just, even there's some, I will tell you this. I've had a couple, I had one that kind of stalked me, about 5'2", 400 pounds. And I would get crabby with her. And I try to analyze this later myself. And honestly, the truth is, and if anybody can add some insight to this, I'd be grateful for it. I mean, I wouldn't even let this girl blow me. And you could say, well, you're so crude, you ignorant son of a bitch. Why would you say that on a YouTube channel? It's like, yeah, I agree, but I'm saying it because I'm wondering if anybody else thinks that way. And what would you attribute me being that way from? From the culture, the way you're raised, what you're sold as a kid? I mean, I'm interested in knowing this. Even Jeffrey Dahmer was a fucking crazy motherfucker, chopping people up and eating them. I believe that he was interested in why he did what he did. And if I could flick a switch and I could treat heavy women just like I did slim women, I would love to do it. And I just wonder what like makes males this way. Now people will say, well, you're shallow, they have a lot to offer, but let me just give you this example. I think it's a cultural thing because, you see lose weight, $99 a month, do this, do that. Do you ever see a commercial on TV where they come on there and say, we can help you gain 50 pounds a month for $99? Nobody would do it. If you go into a topless bar, do you see a bunch of heavy women? No. If you watch porn, is it just some behemoth that they got to make the box extra big so they can fit her on the cover? No. But I just don't know if it's valid, if it's biological. I tend to think it's just nature, and if it's skewed or not. Because like the example I gave with the deer, even insects, mammals, fish, invertebrates, they seem to go with what would be considered like vibrant, virile, attractive. And I think there's a biological basis for it, and I can't quite understand why. Yeah, okay, Bopek. Yeah, now we're talking. I mean, I seriously, man, I really wonder about this. I mean, and I think it's like so strong that it's the difference between being like gay and straight. Like, I tell people all the time, I joke about it. I wish I was gay. At this stage of the game, I don't have kids, I'm not married, and blowjobs are a lot cheaper. If you're on the road and you're like down around Fort Lauderdale or you're on vacation, I mean, you can get blowjobs like left and right for way cheaper. Escorts, whatever. So on one hand, there'd be advantages to it, but it's just not in the cards for me. I tell people, I don't think I'm a better man because I don't like dick. But you wonder in the human mind, like, on the other hand, none of us would be here if it wasn't men and women. I mean, wasn't it all based on attractiveness? I mean, when I get pissed and argue like I did with Bobbles, I told her that I didn't think that I had to apologize for liking women that weren't overweight, which is maybe true, but this is what I'm getting at. Why? You think it, Jeannie? Yeah. But why is simply being overweight considered unattractive? Oh, thank you, Random. Oh, thank you, Random. Appreciate it. You would like me if we were friends, but you wouldn't like me as a boyfriend. No, I just never really tried it with overweight women. I just like never got that far. Oh, thank you, Mary. Yeah, you're right, Bopak. That's true. Yeah. No, but I mean, in my heart of hearts, right? Full disclosure, like, I don't know if I'm shallow, normal, fucked up, missing out on a great piece of ass because they're overweight. I've done some stupid shit, right? And looked at things incorrectly. And I just want to, I feel more comfortable getting a rational explanation that was believable on why I don't like overweight women. Yeah. And here's another thing too. You will get pigeonholed into a category very quickly. You just try it as an experiment. If you're a guy, go out and mention around women you're friends with, or relatives, sisters, siblings, and just say that. Just throw it out there as a cheap litmus test, an experiment, and say, hey, I met this girl I really liked, personality-wise, but she's fat, and there's no way I'd ask her out, and just get people's reaction, because if what I'm saying is valid and the comments you guys are making are true, if all that was legitimate and true, then why would I get the reaction from people when I threw it out there in the general population? Why wouldn't everybody say to me, yeah, you're right, I get that? They don't, though. They say, well, you're shallow, you ought to give it a try, maybe they could lose weight. They don't agree with what you guys are agreeing with now, and that's what I'm trying to differentiate from. Why is throwing that out there amongst people that like you and want the best for you? Why don't they say what you guys are saying now? Interesting, Jabo. I mean, but really, I would like to know this. Steel say. Now I'll tell you of an incident I had around here. I had this I shouldn't even be saying fat. Overweight sounds better, more dignified. Anyway, I had this overweight girl really like me. She's a big shot around here. And she would tell me stories sometimes of comments people would make to her. And I really felt bad for her. And I can tell you this. Here's something even more fucked up. And that is that I liked a lot of things about her. But once I had experienced her as an overweight woman, I think in my brain that she could have never lost enough weight to make me feel like I would have felt if she'd have been attractive out of the chute. Now, what do you think of that? Now, here's something that's really terrible. Here's something that's really terrible. Just think if there are overweight women on here that are part of this chat and this is depressing them and they're feeling less than worthy. That's not good either. And what I do try to do is I tell people, hey, look, I think you're a nice person. I would like to be friends with you, that I'm not sexually attracted to you. I mean, what? How? That's even hard enough to say. No kidding, Dan. Wow. Dan, you didn't own that porn store for a while, did you? I think you did, didn't you? You had like a real killer head of hair, and you own the adult porn thing. If that's you, I remember you. Yeah, thank you, Bopuck. Yeah, Jangle Stick, come back later. I don't think tonight's a good night for you. By the way, how much do you weigh? No, I didn't grow up here, Dan. I've been coming up here since 78, but I've only lived here 10 years. You probably know my relatives that own the McDonald's, the Lizots. Oh, thank you, Jabo. Thank you. I need you as my psychiatrist. No, you said some shit about you're going to come back when it's homeless. Well, come back when it's homeless then. But we're not talking about that right now. And I asked you if you're overweight. Oh, you lucky dog. You must be knocking out ass left and right, Bopak. I mean, if I could go and drop like 10 grand and they could put an electrode in my brain for me to find overweight women attractive, I'd do it. It's like, here's the 10 grand, put that thing in my brain. I'd be fucking all goddamn day and night, every day of the week. Why not? Shit, I love that. Fat, older women. Just put that thing in my brain. Shit, I think I was like Johnny Wad. Oh, you lucky son of a bitch. I put right. I Bopuck. I put that right up with the gifted slogan. Fucking A, Mark. Holy shit. Really, I swear to God, if you came to me and said they've come up with a new brain implant where you find, these girls you're watching on Pornhub, if you could feel that way towards older, heavyweight women, I'd go for it in a heartbeat, man. I'd even give them a big tip, even though they were a neurosurgeon. It's like, here's another $5,000 for you because all I do is fuck. I'd pay for it, Jeannie. You remember, you're the bookkeeper. This one I'd be straight about. There'd be no need for you to not remember. Oh, okay, Django Sick. Now, Palmetto Princess, seriously, now give us a straight answer on this. Could you fall in love with a short, overweight guy? Yeah, thank you, J-Bo. We got to put that in our dating profiles. We'll put in the thing, we'll placard it. We'll put, we're up for anything but sex. We're getting somewhere. Well, believe me, then you know the answer to that, Palmetto. If you haven't dated heavy guys, there's a reason why you've avoided them. You've certainly had an opportunity. Yeah, I know where that's at, Dan. Where are you living now? Oh, cool. You come back and visit much? Oh, okay. That's interesting, Carolina. I wouldn't even say hot and sexy girl. I mean, I know what you're getting at, but that's not quite true either. I mean, honest to God, I like, if I had my druthers, and there are hardly any around, I like plain with just nice natural features. Nice hands, nice skin. I don't like tons of makeup. I can't get a hard on with fake breasts. I like, just like the all American look, and that seems to be a dying sign of the times. Man hands, total turn off. Well, that's fine, random person. It's no problem. Now, there's certain things, that's things I notice on women. I'll see women sometimes that are attractive and their hands are too big. Actually, I thought Paris Hilton was cute until I found out she had size 11 shoes. Just kind of turned me off. Water skis. Nowhere, Dan. Oh, that sounds good, Randall. Yeah, just, I mean, just big, huge feet. It's weird. I'll notice sometimes, like, I'll tell you, I got, certain weird things like that. Like sometimes women will have like a big, giant, like, nail bed for their fingers and like thumbnail. Like I'll give you the opposite side. Like I was getting my coffee this morning, and I noticed the lady when she reached out to grab her coffee ahead of me, that she had like really nice hands. And it's not like I got some hand fetish, but I just noticed like that's a really attractive hand, you know? See, Drifter, I don't think Demi Moore looks good at all. I don't. I think she's had a shit ton of work. I don't think the daughter's cute either. Sage Lake, yeah, I was over near there today. No, but they're just kind of like big, long fingers. Like sometimes I'll see like a young, cute girl, nice stomach. They've done studies. I remember one time I was watching cheerleaders on TV, and then about 6 years later, I read that there's a biological marker for male behavior, and it's the angle between the last rib on a female and the skinniest part of her waist. And I thought, well, next time I watch this, I'm going to pay better attention to that. Sure as shit, I found that I was attractive to these women that had this significant angle from the last rib to the smallest circumference of their stomach. There's something to it. Really. No, back then you're right, Drifter. I would agree with that. Yeah, there was a YouTube girl. I met her and her sister last summer, and she said that's the first thing she looks at is a guy's hands. Yeah, I'll tell you. Here's a weird thing too. Like with foreheads on women. Like to me, I notice sometimes when I see really attractive women that they've got a good hairline. I'll tell you who's got a good hairline. She's starting to get older looking, but she's older. I mean, I'm not knocking her. Is Jennifer Aniston. When you look at her from the side, you can't even see her nose. Like her hairline is so far forward on her head. Now, what I've noticed is I can take a hairline that's high, but I can't take one that's moved back. And I'm saying that to me, and I'm just guessing, to me, I think it registers with, when I see women, I notice their hair a lot, and I think, wow, that's a beautiful head of hair. And I think to me, when their hair is like a high hairline or when it's back, like a big forehead, to me, and I'm just guessing, and I don't really know this, I think that I don't think I recognize it as feminine. I know that sounds nuts, and I could be wrong. Yeah, I saw a woman. I was in there fucking around the other day getting some lottery tickets, and there was a woman that came in like 40. Really good legs, nice feet, nice hands. And I made a comment to her. I said, "You know what? I didn't win the lottery today. I was checking my check tickets, and I talked to her about 5 minutes, and I thought she was like super pretty. Just, I like great features, like nice skin. You know, not they don't have to be beautiful, just like a plain, maintained, average looking person. It's not like what you're thinking. Honestly, I never found that many like topless dancers and stuff that attractive. You know, I thought they were okay, but I don't like fake breasts and I don't like those big giant nails and I don't like tattoos and piercings and all that weird shit. So, and I'm old, so you know, when you put it all together, if you crunched it in a computer program, no wonder I'm beating off to Pornhub every night. Yeah, random person. You know, random person. I mean, there's sometimes like it's funny, and it's funny you should bring that up because there's sometimes I see women and it's almost like my brain cuts them some slack because I know they had a couple kids, but they're still attractive to me. And if I saw that body and they didn't have kids, I would have looked at it differently. Oh, really, Pavano? Really random. You think that, huh? Oh, wow. Oh, shit. You guys have helped bring sense to this whole internal conflict I have. Thank you. That's crazy, Becky. Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah, it is. I mean, I think dating's different when you get older anyway. You know, when you're 18, like I said the other night, everybody's attractive in one way or the other. Oh, really, Becca? That's right, random. I mean, you know, it's a real hot potato. You know, I mean, I joke about mail order brides. Truly, it's a joke. I think you gotta be have a screw loose to do that. And even though I joke about going on Match.com and you know I would love to click on a profile and it say I specialize in blowjobs. I can deep throat better than Linda Lovelace. I like walks on the day. I'd be all over that shit. Now that's a joke because if somebody did that for real, I would never respond to that profile. You know, so like I say, there's a protocol for getting to the heart of the matter, and there's no shortcuts. I mean, I joke about this shit, but I don't really mean it. And if somebody said some shit like that on a dating profile, I would be so turned off. Even though I like the idea of it and I hope that's true, I would think there's something really wrong with you because you breached that protocol of what you would consider attractive through a normal pathway. I'm at my bedroom. Bedroom. Oh, cool, random. Now, random, are you married or divorced? I mean, I'm a typical guy. I'm always hoping that someone's going to get a hold of me through YouTube and say, Tom, I've talked to you. You know, I've had a couple different IDs. I've watched your channel for a long time, and I know you go down to Sterling Park, and I'd like you to meet me there Tuesday. I don't expect anything to come out of this, but I'd like to blow you at noon. That's all I want out of this. I'm a normal person. Here's a picture of me, and I'll see you Tuesday at noon. It's not happening. And like I said, jokingly, I would think that that was great, but in reality, I would think there is no way in hell I'm showing up there Tuesday. Thank you, Becca. Yeah. I mean, this is where it gets complicated. You can tell me, you can email me, Tom, Tom Reed, Reed, 1956 at gmail.com. And I tell people all the time, here's another turn off, too. I mean, believe me, I wish, like, right now the doorbell rang and it was like, are you Tom? It's like, yeah, I'm Tom. It's like, you the YouTube guy? It's like, yep. It's like to come up and blow you. It's like, yeah, I'm glad to have you. And like, no problem. Let's go up there, right? But that's just like, it's not reality. You know what I'm saying? So here's the point. You would not believe the like pictures I get sent to me of bathing suits, nude photographs and shit. I don't want that. I mean, look, I watch this shit all the time on Pornhub, but I don't want it sent to me by people that I meet through YouTube. To me, my radar is on, and it's just weird. I'm not saying that anybody's thinking of doing that now, but it's like not interesting. You see what I mean? So you constantly got these balls up in the air. On one hand, thinking, wow, this would be great. I hope it's true. And on the other hand, ready to hit the panic button because it's just like, that's not the sign of a normal, mentally healthy female. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. You breach that protocol. And once that happens, it's like, no. People are fucking weird, man. There's a certain type personality out there that really gets off sending this crazy shit. And I don't want to meet them. Yeah, but random person, I mean, if that was the big enough issue, I mean, there's a formula from losing weight. I mean, do you think gaining weight after kids is costing you something? Yeah, Nicole, it really would. I mean, I joke about it. You can't have it both ways, and reality is constant, never-ending limbo. I think you're right, Jabo. I think you're right. I'm in my bedroom. I'm in my bedroom. I answered you a couple times. Now, this brings me to now, in this discussion and everybody that's involved in it, you understand now why men are willing to pay for it. Does this make sense to people? And why women are willing to sell it? Would people at least agree that even though you may, from a religious standpoint or a moral standpoint, not agree with it, it's logical? I mean, what kind of dollar amount can you put on skipping all this bullshit to get what you really want? I mean, it's nonsense that you can go out and buy marijuana, get an abortion, buy alcohol, and you can't pay for sex. Sure, Bopa. Oh, thank you, GH. No, that there's an element of truth to that, Bopak. It's true. It's true. But you'll run into people occasionally, and they seem to be mystified and puzzled by why prostitution and escorts and massage parlors and Pornhub is around. Well, all you got to do is be an adult male and around for a while. And tonight's chat typifies that. We've just hashed out all the bullshit that goes to getting down to the real issues, and it makes perfect sense. You don't have to agree with it, but it's logical. Efficient, yeah, thank you. No, that's the fan, GH. I have a fan, even though I've got central air going on all the time. I like the sound of the fan. I've also got a air purifier that I put on. Yeah. Random, you keep mentioning your weight. If you had your druthers and you could flick a switch, how much weight would you like to lose? Yeah, like the ocean. Yep, you're right. I'll tell you, I've found overall I like the fan trumps everything. I've tried airplane noises. I've rented a room down in India, Atlantic, Florida, and listened to the ocean. But I'll tell you, the fan seems to work best of all. Hey, Julie. What's that thing, Palmetto Princess? You look a lot younger in your latest thumbnail avatar. Oh, the Calm app, huh? I don't think I'm picky. I really don't. Believe me, I would tell you if I would. I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way. Maybe I am. I mean, it's subjective, right? You're evaluating yourself. I don't think I'm picky at all. I don't. Yeah, right, Bopak. Good. Good luck to you guys. Yeah, sure. Good for you guys. I hope you guys do. I hope you guys do work it out. Have fun. Who's that, Tamara? What is that? Oh, no kidding, random. So you guys can hear this sound in the background, huh? Oh, Calm app. Oh, no shit. Huh. That's cool. Now put a link in it. Do you have the links for it, Bopak? Bopak, do you have the links for it? Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. No, isn't that weird, random? Yeah, weird shit. I'm that way about fingers and thumbs. Oh, really? Bopak, post those links if you want. I just made you a moderator. No, let me send you some too, Princess. Let me send you some too. I buy people books or gift certificates all the time. Bopak, say something. Yeah, I think she's strange looking. I don't find her attractive at all. You can post links now, Bopak. Yeah, you're right, random. Yeah. No, you couldn't post it until you got a moderator. Now you can. Post the links now. They wouldn't have worked before. Yeah, I think I got sleep problems still, but I think that's being more of fucking a mental case than anything else. Yeah, you're right. Excuse me, you're right, random. It's true. It's fun to get on here and just, you know, be able to share, I guess, insecurities, for lack of a better word. Mark, try those things I told you about. No, it can't. It won't block the link. You're not posting them right. Like copy and paste it. No, I don't think I have racing thoughts. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, there you go. Chosen one rechecks. Now you're too fucking stupid. And you're way too fat. Thank you, Cheryl. Fuck out of here. No, it's working. Yeah, Chris, if you quit talking crazy for 1 week straight, I will make you a moderator. I promise you. They said it's a dead link. Do it again, Bopak. Copy and paste it again. I'm just partying here, having a good chat. I'll tell you, these impromptu, like unplanned late night chats are the way to go. I don't think I'll ever. It makes me not want to ever do a daytime chat again. These are the way to go. Oh, good, Julie. That's okay. No, I'm really not picky. You're saying that. Why do you say that? I would admit to being picky. I mean, I would. I mean, I'm not picky. I swear to God, I'm not. I'm the last guy that should be picky about anything. I'd take anything I could get other than overweight. It's been fun, Mary. I think so too. It is, Bocock. Yeah, the late night ones are good, Jeannie. Jeannie, do that. Try the extended release melatonin. That's herbal tea. It works. that doesn't work, get your doctor to write your prescription for Remeron or Trazodone. It's prescribed constantly off-label for sleep. It's non-addictive. Do it. I'm not picky. Cheryl found it. Cheryl, I don't know how the hell you get up for work the next day and not be like dead tired. Yeah, that's cool, random. Yeah, look, I say stupid shit. That's a good question, GH. I don't know that there are any studies that compare the two at the same time. I'm sure if you Googled it, you would get some information. You will, Becky. Yeah, right. Yep. Hang on one sec. Be right back. Got a piece of cheese. Getting hungry, staying up all night. Yeah, Mark, if you ever look at any of those sound videos I make, if you like one of them, some of them are really long, I'll send you an SD card. Because I tried the YouTube ones before, but those goddamn commercials will wake me up. But I made sound tapes exactly for that, so people could sleep, rain, water, whatever. No, I'll stay up, so I'll sleep as late as I have to. I did it today. And if there's something that you like, Mark, that that appeals to you, whether it's waterfalls, birds singing, whatever, let me know. I'll make you a 10-hour tape, no problem. I bought a custom recorder just to do that for people. So it's an SD card that you could plug in, and you're not going to get any commercials. And it's not looping, which sucks. There's something about stuff looping and being the same sound. It's not the same. So whatever you're into, uh, storms, water, birds singing, whatever. I'll make you a 10-hour one, send it to you. Yeah, Becca, if you like anybody out there that, believe me, man, I've had my own mental problems. Anything anybody wants that I can do that you see on my channel, you want a custom one or driving video or whatever, no problem, man. I'll be more than happy to make you a custom 10-hour video or audio and send it to you on an SD card so you don't need to worry about commercials. Yeah, no problem. Be glad to do it. I mean, it's not that much. It was like $850. It's a high fidelity uh, digital recorder, Sony. And that's exactly why I bought it, for stuff like that. And I had problems like that myself. And the YouTube thing, those goddamn commercials that come on and wake me up. So whatever you're into, whatever kind of sounds you like. I mean, this sounds crazy, but I even like sounds of traffic. I could do one of like Detroit. I could do one of water, boats, airplanes. Yeah. I can even jack off for a 10-hour one would take quite a while to put together. So you just name it. Yeah, I mean, that's why I did it. Oh, cool, GH. I'll send one to you too, Jabo. Mary, you too. Yeah, it's going to take a while to put that one together, 10 hours. I could do a 10-minute one probably this week. Yeah, Jeannie, you too, babe. Coming right up. Yeah. Yeah, you can toss it up in the air and decide if you like fans or that more. Thank you, GH. You called me out on that one. Hey, Philip. Yeah, right. Hey, Faye. We're partying all night. Oh, God damn. I mean, I tell people that, and people don't take me up on it very often, but I mean, there's things you like. I mean, I send SD cards out all the time of photos people want and bullshit, and I'd be glad to do it with sounds and stuff too. Anything, man, I don't care. I just sent a 2-hour one the other day to some lady in Australia that liked the underwater videos in the wintertime. Great, fine for me. Said she falls asleep to them, watching them. Hey, Tanya. Yeah, it's fine, Random. Where do you live, Random? Where do you live now? Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky in a lot of ways. I'm happy to do it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I do what interests me, and I have a hard time doing what doesn't. I stick to what I like, and 99% of my videos nobody watches, which is why I do what I can for the working girls. Because, I mean, like it or not, that's what got me here. Oh, interesting, Bopak. Oh, I do it, Random. Where do you live, Random? What town? Where do you live? Yeah, it's just one of those nights, GMO. I don't really know how they, you know, it's the interaction, it's the responses, it's the comments, it's where one thing goes to another, and it's the participants. I was a private detective my whole life. I'm still a licensed private detective. My whole life, I made my living as a PI. 40 years this year. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, sure do. Yep. That was at the Ford Rouge, or it was either Ford Rouge or Zug Island, which is completely shut down, by the way. You could be, Cheryl. Yeah, you probably would. Random, where do you live? Oh, thank you, Tanya. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Oh, I don't. You're too hard on yourself, Random. Big time, GMO. It's everything. Not really, Mary. You could do it. It's like anything. Hey, Elijah, how you doing? Thank you. We're up partying late. I got lucky with you too. No, we don't, Chris. No, we'll do it. You just talk. You just like talk about some crazy shit sometimes. Hey, Gracie. They don't ignore you. Yeah, you're right, GH. Oh, no kidding, Bopek. Wow, that's scary. Hey, Bernie. Yeah, that's it, random. Yeah, I never really was into camping. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Nah, I just haven't been down there. I've been depressed, I think. It's slow down there now. Bopek, don't be breathing that smoke in. Seriously. Yeah, you know what I mean? Random, what town do you live in? I asked you about 10 times. No, it's super bad for your lungs, too. No, Tanya, honestly, I don't. Nope. Ignorance is bliss. No, pine's really bad, Jangle, so it's true. It is. Yeah, I don't know what it is with me. I don't know what my problem is, to be honest with you. 20 pounds, that's nothing random. I think you're too critical. You got a good personality. 20 pounds is nothing. Yeah, you're right. You know what it is, JMO? I'll tell you exactly what it is. I know this. I hate to admit it. It's human growth hormone. It's human growth hormone. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, 20 pounds is nothing. It really is. I know. I'd never take it as a supplement, but that's what it is. Yeah, no, it's legit. It's the real human growth hormone. That's why you're feeling that way. Me too. No, 20 pounds is nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't take it, but it would give you energy like a young person. Yeah, I don't know if you can or not. That's a good question. That's true, Mary. Well, you look at the foreheads of some of these people, like Randy Couture. I just don't. It's the same thing with testosterone injections. Man, I just think you're rolling the dice with Mother Nature. It's not normal. Right, Mary? Good night, Becca. It's good. Thanks for being around tonight. It's a good time. Thank you. No. Yeah, I like that though, Faye. You're looking at all angles. Yeah, probably too random. I'm not that picky. You're thinking I'm real picky, and I'm not. I mean, I'm in no position to be picky. That's it, Tanya. And a girl, Faye. Cheryl, is that why? Why? Why, Cheryl? I never took Viagra, no. Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, not yet. I mean, I'd take it if I had to. Hey, Billy, how you doing? I remember you. No, there's something to that, Kabuka man. Soy, and that's, yeah, you got to be careful for that, for sure. Good, Penny. How you doing? You know, I don't know, GH. I don't know. Yeah. You're lucky, Bopuck. Write a book. I'll buy it. I knew Frank Thomas's ex-wife, a sweetheart, Jewish girl. Interesting, Cheryl. Just stick around, John. Pay attention. Don't be stupid or we'll block you. You think so? Oh, cool, JMO. I know oysters are supposedly an aphrodisiac. $65. Is that too old for you, Julie? 65. Be dead in another 10 years. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, thank you, JMO. My testosterone's fine. Yeah, I'm old, believe me. No, it's truth though, Mark. I tell people all the time too. I really think that I don't think I'll die a natural death. I mean, I'm just being honest. I think I'll off myself one of these days. I almost did it before. That's old, Jeannie. Yeah, I think so. I really do. Well, thank you, Jabo. There are different variations of why people do this. It's not for the typical ones like you would think. Hey, Penny, you still haven't told me what to send. I want to send you. Should it? Can I just send you money instead and you buy it? No, I'm thinking it will happen. It's not in the crying, depressive way that you're assuming it is. I'm just being honest. No, I don't believe that, JMO. No, I don't agree with that. I don't care. No, thank you. I mean, this is a typical reaction when you say this stuff, so which is why I don't. I mean, not in the immediate future. I'm better than I used to be, but I'd be glad to explain this sometime. But it isn't like you guys are thinking. You know, when somebody does this, it's always assumed that they're lonely or they're broke or they're not loved or some fucking bullshit. Those aren't the reasons. Oh, you lucky dogs, Julie. No, moderators don't make money. No, I don't buy that. I don't believe it. What did you say, Penny? I didn't catch it. No, not at all, GH. No. No. Yeah, I make a ton of money off YouTube. Swear to God. I tell people, anybody wants to know how much I make, I'll be glad to tell you. It's no secret. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. It's not for the reasons you think, though. It's not like that's what pisses me off when you hear someone commit suicide. You default into a faulty assumption. It's not like why you think. No, 185 subs makes money. Yeah, it does. I only started making money about 2.5 years ago. Actually, I didn't even monetize my channel till then, about 2.5 years ago. I'm not really like money driven like that. I mean, anybody wants to know what I make, I'll tell you. I don't care. Yeah, they're cool, random. No, I don't second guess any moderators. Never, ever. When I decide to make somebody a moderator, they're never going to get criticized. They can do what they want. I already made that decision when I, picked them. I'm not a nitpicker or second guesser. Yeah, I mean, I do make money, yeah. Yeah, well, Chris, don't cry. Just try to act sane for a week, and I'll make you a moderator. I promise you. So next Sunday, if you don't talk crazy, I'll make you a moderator. I think it would do you good to make you feel good. I don't have a problem with it, you guys. Look, I don't think, being a subscriber here or a contributor or a moderator is like I'm bestowing you with some great event in your life. It's just, I'm just looking for decent people with sane rationale that I trust. That's it. This is no, entrance to the gateways of nirvana. It's not that big a deal. It's, I'm glad to have you when I do that, but it isn't like, you know, I'm in any position to decide, you know, that it's some great honor. I mean, it is in a way, but but it's subjective, right? It's me deciding it. That, it's fucking bullshit. It's no big deal. Yeah, I swear to God. No, no kids. Nope. I swear to God, man. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing worse than some fucking lucky son of a bitch like me that got lucky with the YouTube channel that thinks that, that he's some big goddamn deal and, everybody bestowed with this moderator status. I think I've fucked up with moderators before, but the ones I've had lately are great, man. I'm glad to have them, man. And without moderators and contributors and people that to come on chats, there'd be no, channel. So I know this. I mean, I think I've done a pretty good job of it. I mean, it's guessing at its best. I mean, I've had it broke off in my ass, but mainly the moderators have been great. Hey, Frederick. Frederick, you made a comment about a video or photos you wanted. Which one? Which ones? Excuse me. No, it's not, John. If it wasn't for alcohol, I wouldn't be talking to you. Thank you, Random. No, it won't, John. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Kabuka, man. Hey, train. I have, Jeffrey. Yep, quite a few times. Yeah, me too, Pearlie. Good for you, Cheryl. Nah, John. Thank you, A-Train. Who are you talking about, John? That's all right, Penny. You deserved them. Which did you drink? Ardbeg 10? I don't know about that, Jeannie. That's all right, Random. I never messed with those, Tanya. I have, Jeffrey. I was into parrot breeding for a long time, and there were a lot of big-time breeders at the time that were in Savannah. John, what is wrong with you? John, what is wrong with you? Well, it's true, Random. Yeah. Yeah, I never fucked with those. I know that AOL paid people to be involved in chats. I still have my AOL. I'm proud of it. Good, Mia. How you doing? Where you been? Good. That's good. Daisy's doing great. Oh, okay. I'll get you that. That's no problem. No, thank you, Adrian. Where you at, Billy Joe? Yeah, Daisy's a great dog. Oh, that's cool, Blue. How you doing? Well, I'll be back there. Did I see you when you were down there? Did I visit you or interview you or something? Be glad to visit you. I love Louisville and I love Lexington. I would actually say those two places are inching their way to the top of my list somewhere I'd be fine with living. Oh, good. Yeah, Daisy's a great dog, man. I got lucky with Daisy. No, Daisy's a great dog. I got lucky. Oh, well, I'll catch you next time, Billy Joe. Billy Joe. Yeah, she's a really good dog. I got so lucky. Good night, Tanya. What is a sleep anomaly? Has that been diagnosed, Blue? Do you have a delayed sleep disorder? Yeah, Billy Joel. Yeah, you're right. Well, Daisy's a great dog. I got really lucky. Oh, sleep apnea. That's very treatable. No, you're not blocked, Chris. You're getting paranoid. Cheryl, how the hell do you function at work tomorrow? How do you do that? Oh, Blue. Yeah, I couldn't. I mean it. Yeah, I couldn't have got luckier with Daisy. It's a great dog. Wow, Jeffrey. Yeah, Blue, from what I've read about sleep disorders, I bet you that's not why it is. I bet it's something else. Oh, okay, Cheryl. That's all right, Random. You hang in there. Take the right thing. You know, I'm not sure, Billy Joe. I think it's Shih Tzu and something else. It might be all Shih Tzu. Oh, that's cool, Blue. Sleeping is complex. Blue, I have quite a few books on sleep if you want me to mail you some. Oh, you think so, Cheryl? I would start out. This is what I tell people: uh, video everything and anything. If I was just starting out with YouTube now, I would specialize in the homeless because YouTube isn't going to ding you. They get on me now about talking about drugs and being a prostitute, so it's always kind of been that way. You stick to homeless and then do all the fun things that you like on the side. And every time you do something, record it, whether it's a dinner, uh, drive down to the park. Kind of jangle stick, but if it's slaughtered, it's a turnoff. That's what I think, Kabukian. No, not at all, Chris. Oh, okay, random. I know where that's at. Well, you've been a great contributor to the chat. Thank you. No, you won't, Jangleston. Just be nice to him. Yeah, it's not good for you, Bopuck. Yeah, I don't like camping either, Cheryl. Get some bear spray, Jangle Stick. No, do it, Billy Joe. That's a good way of doing it. No, you got a great area there. 1 week, Chris. Promise you. For sure. I'll tell you what, Chris. I'm going to make you a moderator right now. But you can't be fucking up and embarrassing me. Talking that crazy shit. So I'm going to do it right now. Hang on a second. Sometimes it doesn't work like as good as it should. So there you go. You won't need to wait a week. Don't be talking crazy. So say something, Chris. Yeah, you're welcome. Now take your antidepressants. Don't be fucking up. Good night, Mary. Good night, Mary. Thank you, Pearly. Oh, thank you, J-Bo. Yeah, thank you, Mary. Have a good night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it. Yeah, everybody, Billy Joel. That's the way it is nowadays. Sure is. Yeah, you're welcome, Mary. Oh, thank you, Leanne. Yeah, that's a tough position, Jangle Stick. Yes, if you get established. Yes, Billy, Joe, for sure. But it takes a long time unless you get lucky. Well, good. Then it'll probably work for you. Sure. Do you have a camera? Oh, okay, Kabuka Man. Oh, okay, Kathy. Thank you. Well, get going, Billy Joe. Yeah, don't do it, Blue. It's too dangerous. You're right, Bopuck. Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being around, Cheryl. Thank you. Have a good day tomorrow. I'll subscribe. Yeah, definitely. You let me know when you get going. I'll put a link to your channel. Oh, good, Chris. Yeah, good. You deserve it. Yep. I'm glad to have you. Oh, thank you, man. Well, we're glad to have you, Random. You're right, Janglestick. It is. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mary. No, you should, A-Train, for sure. Yeah. I can help you with it if you want. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're right. You nailed it. No, don't ride it, Blue. No way. Don't do it. You got it too, Frederick. Not really, Billy Joe. I don't think so. No, just do it in the daytime out in the open. And I think it's extra protection when you have a camera. You're right about that, Bopac, but it's only 3,000 milligrams or over. Other than that, you're okay. But you're right, that is not a good drug to take with alcohol. Oh, sorry about that, A-Train. No kidding, Blue. Wow. You're right, JMO. Yeah, you're right. No kidding, Blue. Wow. Oh, thank you, Benny. No, you're right, Janglestick. True. Yeah, rheumatoid arthritis is difficult. For a while, I took Humira and Embra both. And I don't know if you're familiar with those, but they're biologics that really work. Right, Billy Joel. Send it to my email, Random. Send it to my email. No, you're right, GMO. V8, true, with headers. Nope, nothing like it. Right, yep. That too. You get a ticket that way, though. That's different, Bopak. Yeah, I took that for a while, Janglestick. Yeah, but if you can apply to Humira and they'll give it to you for nothing. Particularly if you meet the functionally uninsured criteria. No, that's nonsense. Don't give up on that. No, they'll give it to you for free. No kidding, Blue. Wow. No, I got tickets in high school for excessive noise. No kidding, Blue. Wow. No, email me anytime. I mean, I'll be glad to help you any way I can. You can post links to your channel. Do you have my email? Thanks, Faye. Yeah, Faye just listed it. Scroll back a little bit. No kidding, Blue. I didn't know you were into all that shit. Oh, probably random. I agree. Right on. Only the good die young, Blue. All right, Jeannie. Oh, good, Chris. No kidding, JMO. Wow. Oh, wow, Blue. No kidding. My email? Yeah, thank you, Mary. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Yeah, thanks, Faye. No, I think that really do well, Billy Joe. I think you do great. That's okay, Billy Joe. We'll welcome you here. That's okay. We're with you. Good night, Faye. Hi, Rose. All right. That's all right, Billy Joe. We'll welcome you. Hey, Janice. Having a good time. Yeah, thank you, Django Stick. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Janice. Good, good. Glad you like them. A lot of places, Billy Joe. Yeah, a lot of places are. Yep, sure are. Yep. Yeah, I mean, not everywhere, but there are neighborhoods like that. Ah, you didn't random. Ah, so you can do different. You can do something different. Well, what's blue noise? You're right, Kabuki man. All right, A Train. That's on my TV when it's off. The light on my TV. Oh, okay. No, random. No. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, you're probably right, Kabuki man. Hey, Becca. It's all right. Yeah, it's Tom Tom Reed Reed 1956 at gmail.com. Hey, Kim. Yeah, thanks, Blue. Good night, Random. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for coming on. Yep, thanks a lot. Okay, I believe you. 10 cc's great. Good night, Becca. I've been down to Akron a lot, Random. Thank you. Well, I think I'm going to sign off myself, you guys. Go to bed. This is a great chat tonight, you guys. Thank you. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. It's a good chat tonight. Thanks, Frederick. Good night, GMO. See you, Julie. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, you're welcome. See you, Bopac. See you, Kabuka Man. See you, Blue. Thank you. You too. Yeah, thanks, Mark. See you later. Yeah, sure was, Mary. Thanks a lot. See you, Jangle Stick. See you, Chris. Good night, Sue. All right, Jeannie. Yeah, thank you. This is a good one, wasn't it? I agree. Yeah, we'll be out. We'll be up here again, Bopak. Thanks. REED, Random. REED. See you, Blue. Take care. Hope you get some sleep tonight. I hope so, Jangle Stick. More the better. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a good time. Thanks a lot.